And now from our new studio, yet undecorated, we are going to give you our review of Lost in Space after this. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, speaking to you from what we will call Farpoint Studio. We are a far point from the main house. Once we get all of this outfitted, we expect that we're going to have a fairly nice operation out here. We don't have any rugs down for any soundproofing. We don't have any decorations back here. But we are going to build this out somewhat to let it look a little less shed-like. And I'm working on some ideas for that and consulting some people who know how to decorate sets. So we'll see how this comes out. We hope that you enjoy our new venue here. We're going to talk about Lost in Space. This is the beginning of Season 3, and it all dropped all at once. So rather than binge watch the whole thing and give you a view of the whole series, I watched the first 2 episodes and a little bit of the third, and I think I can tell you something about this without spoiling anything and kind of catch you up. What it begins with is that it is almost a year later, 349 days later, they say in the first episode, and this is to account for the fact that since they've been able to tape this program, Will Robinson has grown a bit. In fact, he's gotten very tall, and they make this part of the story. And what happened in the last episode of the last season was that the children, everybody was loaded onto one of the Jupiter crafts and evacuated the station that was housing all of the Jupiters and left the adults behind. And they were to fight the army of robots, and they managed to repel them. And the Jupiter with the robot engine and our friendly robot was able to put the ship in hyperdrive and send it on to what looked like the robot's planet. Then the adults spent their time trying to rebuild the station in order to link their ships back together again. And so the Robinsons are split, and there's some angst, shall we say, especially among Penny. Judy is trying to keep the group together. Will is hard at work trying to repair the engines on the Jupiter. They are mining titanium so that they can put the ship back together and get it space-worthy again. Meanwhile, the Robinsons, the elder Robinsons, and Don West are on a nearby planet themselves, trying to recover parts of the mothership that landed there, hopefully to get enough of it put together to where they might be able to move on as well. They expect that the children have made it to Alpha Centauri, and the children haven't. But without any word from anybody, the children think the adults are all dead. The adults are hoping that the children are not all dead. And so that's kind of where the plot is. Now, we can tell you a little bit about the planet the children are on right now. It has very limited atmosphere. They are down in a crater that has what little atmosphere is left on the planet, which also is a very green area, so they're able to grow food and do things like this, and they have a nice little society put together. We have also some mysteries to be solved, just why the robot took them there, and what threat the elder Robinsons have from other warlike robots. And we do find out, and I don't think it spoils much, to tell you that the robot is in fact a robot and not a life form. He was built by a civilization, and we won't go any farther than that. But the robot and his ilk have taken on kind of their own path, despite the fact that they are not actually living creatures. rather interesting anyway. The cinematography is wonderful on this. I cannot tell, for instance, on the Planet Services, what is real and what is special effects. And the detail that they've gone through in order to give it a cinematic look has been very good. I believe that the last season, which this was always planned to be a 3-season series, is going to tie everything together. And we don't know, though, if at the end it's going to put all the Robinsons back together and on Al Centauri. There is some indication that they'll get back together, obviously, but there is no guarantee that they'll end up in Alpha Centauri or even want to go there when it comes down to it. We have to figure out just what the secret behind the robot is, why the other robots are after him, basically, and what importance Will Robinson has in all of this. So that's where we begin Season 3 of Lost in Space. We'll probably do a wrap-up once we've binged the entire series, but thought that we would let you know what our beginning thoughts on it are. I think that despite the angstiness of the story thus far that I've seen, we don't see the same kind of soap opera drama that we've seen in the past seasons on this. It seems that John and Maureen are not without their problems, but they get along with each other, and the kids are sniping back and forth, but also know that they are stronger when they stick together. And so the idea of family is appears to be a major theme of this season, and we're going to see how this sense of family helps them to prevail. We'd like to know what you think about this. If you've seen any part of it or all of it or haven't seen it yet, please let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And also subscribe. That keeps us going, and we appreciate all the people who've subscribed to us, and especially the ones most recently who've come back. We appreciate it a whole lot. Also, we want to encourage you to know when the next video is coming. As more shows go into production, we are going to be finding that we can make more than one video a week, as we're doing this week. So this is a way that you can keep up with whatever's coming your way. Our next video will be on Doctor Who, and then that'll be the end of the main series of Flux. We'll follow in with more of Star Trek Discovery, which has at least 10 more episodes, maybe 11 to go. And we also are looking forward to a New Year's special that'll be from Doctor Who. We're looking forward to Beginnings of the Orville, which is going to be in March. It seems like forever, but it'll get here before you know it. And other things that happen to pop up between now and then. So please do stay in touch with this channel. Stay connected, as they say. So until next time, don't go far.